Right, so the interviewer was asking him about how the black community sort of rejects him. And you know how, like, when you accuse a white person of being a racist and they have to tell you all the great things they do for blacks?
Right.
That's
so
what O.J. has to do.
He starts listing his credits.
O.J. has to prove he's black. Or he's a great black lover.
There are a lot of people who said that you certainly wouldn't want to go back to Africa because you try to step away.
I would like to go to Norway.
Well, you can't go back to Africa, bozo.
Yeah.
He's never been.
O.J. would last a week in the bush. He's been in lots of bush, but...
A black man ain't saying to the black man, you can't go back to Africa.
If you will, from your quote-unquote blackness. You've heard that, I know.
I haven't heard anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like, listen to that question.
Howard, you really got to work at this because it's a little bit more visual, but O.J. starts to pretend that he's never heard it, then mulls it over, and then admits, okay, I've heard it.
Back to Africa. Because you've tried to step away, if you will, from your quote-unquote blackness. You've heard that, I know.
Quote-unquote blackness.
No, I heard some people saying that, I've heard something in that.
I'm sure you have. Deal with that for me.
Deal with that for me.
I mean, if you watch TV, you heard it.
Deal with that. Like, this is a really tough question. All these are light
I was
questions.
going to say that this is what they
Fluff.
consider the hardball question on BET.
Yeah. Fluff. Well, some say you're not a real black man. Are you a black man? No, that's a tough question.
You have run from your blackness.
Yeah. None of this has anything to do with anything. In fact,
you
there's two
can't
dead
run from
people.
your blackness. Look at him. He's black.
Yeah.
No matter how running from that.
Run from your blackness.
Well, I am black. I was raised black.
Really? I know a black guy.
He wasn't raised black. He was raised. He was black.
I was raised black.
Jeez.
What is he going to say?
It's like white people could be black if they're raised black.
Even he doesn't know what to say to this.
I give money. I give it to black causes. I support all the kids in the neighborhood, at least for the last 20 years or so. In the neighborhood that I grew up, I send a check every year to pay for all the uniforms, to pay for the trophies.
You know what they're saying, Mr.
Well,
Simpson.
okay, I mean, you know what they're saying. I play golf. Wherever there's a golf course, that's where I am. And I don't care who's on that golf course. When I'm on the road, when I'm in New York, if LT is available, I call LT. When I'm in Florida...
Oh, I know black people.
I play with black athletes.
I know black people is what he's saying.
And there's not many black athletes that play golf. Well, I mean, what am I... Now, what is he, a golfer? He's a professional golfer. What I do is play golf. That's my job. Man, I got to get this job. Why am I working? What I do for a living is play golf. I'm a professional golfer.
If Nat Moore is available, I play with Nat Moore. Jim Brown, even, I've invited to come and play golf with me.
But he is an insensitive Negro.
Jim Brown hates him.
I know.
But he's invited.
I got to say this. My mother taught me.
My mother taught me how to play golf.
That it's your character that counts.
And whenever I want to sleep with a woman, I have a white woman.
Not your color. I'm black. Don't let anybody judge you or limit you by saying you're black and you're limited. That has been my philosophy in life.
Yeah, he has a philosophy. Your philosophy is going out with chicks.
This segment, he invents another new word.
All right.
I wasn't trying to get any accolades. I was going out...
Accolades.
He does it twice.
To talk to some young kids. I talked to them about what I thought was important for them to look forward to in the future. They're young football players, pee-wee leagues, midget leagues.
I talked to pee-wees and midgets. Marty the midget. I love everyone. Midgets.
I talked to them about religion, and my friend who was at the sheriff's department talked to them about law enforcement and the law. Because I ditched this camera, it's as if, you know, the story was I went to some bar or some cafe, but because I'm not looking for people to reward me or to get accolades for things.
Accolades. I love accolades.
It's always great. Like the first time you go, I just mispronounced it.
Right. No, stay away from that word. Stay away from that, and stay away from the Browns and the Simpsons and the Goldmans.
You know, all of a sudden he's that guy on In Living Color.
I know.
Just gets all these big words and can't say them.
My anti-establishmentarianism is no more or less ridicule by the infrastructure of humanity.
Dogma
Yeah.
of my...
My dogma, if you will, is not the same as a cinematic performance or an accolade, so to speak. Sounds like a guy just learned English.
But what is he saying? I don't know what he's saying.
I wasn't
accolade. Now,
I played midget leagues.
I was a pee-wee and this guy killed 2 people. You know, midget leagues and pee-wees and accolades. And I was in Florida and golf and killed an alligator.
I golf.
I golf. That's what I do, all right? And I
golf, therefore I am.
And I call up these Negroes, so-called Negroes, and they don't play with me.
What I do. I don't need it. I don't need people to know that I give a scholarship to a black man every year. I don't need them to know.
You're telling us every 2 minutes.
Well, I buy trophies and uniforms for my neighborhood, which is predominantly black. I don't need that. Predominantly black.
Yeah, in the accolade area.
Trophies and uniforms for my neighborhood, which is predominantly black. I don't...
Predominantly. And I mean that adamantly. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though it sounds absurd, it really is atrocious.
Got one more mangling in the English language coming up.
Did you pick up on that predominantly?
No, that one was
a new one. Predominantly.
Did Kardashian count these?
What's that?
What if Kardashian goes home and goes, hey, OJ's a lot of fun, man, but man, he's stupid.
So that I can earn the money.
I am sure that OJ thinks he's really intelligent, too.
Oh, that's obvious.
He's one of those guys who's convinced himself because he could play football and made a couple of bucks that he's a really intelligent businessman, because earlier in this interview, he talks about how most of his business deals were made by himself. How he goes in and negotiates. Hertz must crack up when they see him walk in the door. Now, let me talk to you eminently about my predominance in the field.
You know what it is? Athletes really, as a general rule, a lot of athletes, especially the older athletes, are not bright.
Yeah.
So he's slightly smarter than those guys, but he thinks he's a genius.
Yeah. Yeah. He hangs around with Kardashian and stuff. He thinks he's a business genius.
Yeah, but Gary's right. He was also surrounded by football players.
Right. Yeah.
Linemen.
He's smarter than them.
2 younger kids were born. This is where I lost.